Hello there. Hello, YouTube. Hello, all viewers, friends, family, pets, ghosts. As I promised, here's a new Jimmy story. Now, for those who don't know who Jimmy is or can't remember, too bad, go home.
Aww.
Anyways, Jimmy, or the friend I used to play WoW with, I will not reveal his true name, of course, but I will tell you his character name. It was Erex. I will let you have a few moments of your time to think of a few jokes. You done? You done, child? You done? Anyone else? No? Good. So, as I promised, a new adventure to be told. The last time we were visiting Jimmy was at the end of Wrath. In this video, we are jumping to Cataclysm, specifically to Firelands to start with, and later on we will move on to the Pandaria expansion. Now, Jimmy stopped playing his beloved Paladin in Cataclysm and changed for a mage. Was he any better? Here's a little spoiler for you. Do you know what an effing blink is, mage? So the story is spanning multiple months throughout Shadowlands, Dragon Soul, up until Throne of Thunder in the Mists of Pandaria expansion. And at the beginning of Cataclysm, we thought that Deathwing would break us all. They promised a big raid, a big boss. Nobody knew at the time what was going to be. Oh, we were wrong. Somehow, Jimmy became a bigger menace than we thought he could ever be. He rose to new heights. Now, we gathered up to hit Firelands. Jimmy changed class to mage and wanted to play mage now, so he goes Frost. As always, in all expansions, you will switch up a character, change mains, go from one class to another. And in my previous video, I stated how Jamie was clicking spells on his action bars. Well, this time around, he didn't even knew what he needs. We were running Firelands, and the first few weeks it was okay. We did normal, started with the heroic. We boosted the dumbass, but in the heroic, that was not that easy. He was failing every basic thing. At one point, he didn't know what was left and what was right. So, me being a good friend and living in the same city as him, I went to his place, put the stickers on his screen, two arrows, one pointing to the left and one pointing to right. Later on, during this expansion, we caught him not knowing what Blink is. It was not that he didn't have the spell even bound to a keybind. He didn't even have it on the action bars themselves. He was looking at it for the spell in the spell book. But hooray! Jimmy learned Blink. Jimmy managed to blink into the following: AoE, pool, hole, lava, off the boss, into frontals, everything that you could think of being offensive to you, damaging to you. Trust me, Jimmy managed to jump himself into it. He would just blink into everything that there was on the screen. And Blink was learned and not. Why would he? And to be honest, I wouldn't have a story to tell. Jimmy never learned how to use his abilities. Ice block, blink, mage food. Somehow he would forget all about those. Arcane buff. the mage buff, the buff that mages specifically give. We needed to tell him 500 times every evening to give it. Now, when Mr. Pandere came around, he went back to his beloved paladin. And during that expansion, paladins were greeted with holy power, a new system on how paladins work. He never understood the system. He was so bad at it that once we got to Throne of Thunders, he was so awfully bad that I jokingly said I would do more DPS by auto attacking only, and he took it to heart. So, he made me a deal, which I couldn't refuse at all. And to be honest, it was so funny at that moment. Now, we swapped accounts. He logged onto my hunter, I logged onto his paladin, and we went to hit a raid boss. Guess what happened? He, of course, fumbled everything, and the healers kept him alive how he could. How they could. Oh, poor healer. There was this one healer who was so good. He will be always the one last man standing. But, on the more important note, I managed to out DPS him with only auto attacking. And more importantly, I did more DPS on his paladin with auto attack than he would do with spells and abilities. And this was the final time he went raiding with us. Legends say he's still on some private server, casually playing. Nah, just kidding. He went and played until Dragonflight.
Oh no! Oh no! No, 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 no.
From BFA to Dragonflight, this dumbass, he would be boosted by random bugs, random people. Somehow, he would be doing high level keys with terrible DPS and get over 2,000 Raider IO scores for the achievements. How the hell did he pull it off? Every single season is beyond me. But I learned to let it go, as nothing ever made sense about him. He was a master at being boosted and fooling everyone. For example, if the season's proper DPS would be 20,000 damage per second, that would be the standard, how much more or less everyone should do. He would be doing 5 to 6,000. He would be just trolling into a raid, get boosted somehow, and we checked every log. He runs. He would be lower than the tank in DPS, and yet he gets boosted. He gets ahead of the curve achievement, which means he cleared heroic. And it's not just like he paid for a boost or something like that. No, no, no. He would go every single week to clear it up. He would clear the entire raid every single week. Normal, heroic. He never played Mythic, by the way. And with this, we finally say goodbye to Jimmy, who was a pain in the ass. And he still plays World of Warcraft every now and then on a private server. And occasionally he would log in to play, but that's more or less all there is to it. He left Retail WoW, not because we ridiculed him to endless degrees or endless heights, pick your poison. It's because he was bored of it. While everyone else was rushing into mythic raiding, he was doing casual heroic and normal. And with his pretty bad DPS, he would get boosted. This is the last time I'm going to talk about Jimmy. as his story has been told. But next time, I have something else, someone else, a new target, a new friend. If you liked this video, press like, share, subscribe, or you can check my Twitch channel in the link below. Have a great one, everyone. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and good night.